Welcome back. We're going to be playing some more Magic Ranked today. My collection is very slim since I haven't really grinded Magic over the past year or so to the point where I have every single meta deck. I had a ton of the cards before rotation, but after rotation pretty much all of my favorite decks went out the window. So I'm still kind of working on wild cards and coins and everything. Right now I pretty much just have this Demir deck and then kind of like the Boros aggro deck that's been going on, and I could play like the Golgari decks or so I might pick those up in the next few days. But since the ladder just reset, I kind of wanted to climb a little bit so we could get to some of the higher ranks. And I've just been enjoying this Demir deck, so I figured we'd run this back, see how it goes. If you're a regular viewer, I started up Legends of Runeterra today for like the first time in 6 months or so, and I was so tempted to stream it, and I might still do it. But yeah, it was so funny. Just like my initial reaction, it was like an Ezreal Nyla list, and as soon as I looked at it, I was like, this just seems so strange. Like without as many people, like especially I guess some like the top players, constantly playing in the tournaments and everything, and high ranked ladder to really optimize everything. It looked so weird and like clunky almost. Not even like battle, I guess, but it was just funny. I was like, this is not like a deck I would have ever ended up playing in the olden days. But yeah, I I totally forgot how like the ranked ladder system I guess worked on Magic. I just didn't even. I think I'm just gonna play my Mastermind here and then start next turn with Cut Down. Or do I wanna? I could just go Cut Down now, and get my Kaito down next turn. I think that's fine. Save my Anoint for like a Preacher of the Schism or something. Or maybe they end up having green and they have a Golgari, like they have a Glissa or something. But I totally forgot how the rank system worked in Magic, like when it reset. So I spent like all the last week playing a ton trying to climb, and then December hit and it reset me back to like silver. It's like, ah, brutal. I think I'm happy with a Curiosity here. Am I? I think I actually want both. Is that okay? I guess I'll take the Go for the Throat. Because next turn I'll only have a tapped mana, so I won't actually be able to play this. But we'll have 2 removal, 2 creatures. That seems like a good way to set up our late game here. Mosswood Dread Knight. That's another one where I'm very glad to have Anoint. I could just attack here with Kaito actually and look for an untapped land this time. That seems good. And then I'll just pass. Now I can either go double removal or removal plus fairy. And if they don't do anything, I can just flash in my. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I obviously don't want to lose the Anoint with the Mosswood Dread Knight, but they're not really challenging us on board at all. Like my Kaito looks like he's just gonna be able to get in a few more swings here. I think I'm gonna kill him. Because if they keep spending 4 mana every turn to draw and play him, I'm pretty happy with it at this point since we're already kind of racing them down. I'm not going to play Curiosity here because I'd rather hold up removal. We're all going to be drawing cards. We're already kind of ahead on board. I don't know if that's right. Maybe I should just flash in the Curiosity there to get all the extra card draw for sure. But okay, what do we want in this matchup? I definitely love the Anoint. Removal is going to be everywhere. Cut downs. They have so much redundant stuff. Like the Dread Knight just comes back. They might have the card draw if they have the Annex. So I definitely want to be able to deal with the Annex here. I want to get rid of the Deep Cavern Bat. I don't love Deep Cavern Bat in matchups like this. I might do Disdainful Stroke if it's demons. I don't know if they run many demons though. I know I've seen Golgari demons decks. I don't know if that's the main thing here though. I think it's worth it to pop in a Stroke though for sure. Let's see what else we could pop in here. Tidebinder? I don't know if that's great. Another Cut Down for the Bronco or the Dread Knights. I kind of just want my... I don't want them to have any high end. Like, if they keep replaying the Dread Knights, I think I'm fine with that. And then I eventually just kill them through the air. I'm curious what the mono white deck is like with Beza. I ran into a white tokens deck earlier, but I'm thinking more of like the white mid-range. I'd love to keep this hand if this was a blue source, but I think I'm gonna mull this one. Okay. I don't love Slasher here. It just gets killed by cut down or anoint. And it makes us tap out on turn 3 when they're going into their turn 4. So our Disdainful Stroke would kind of be useless then if they try playing like an Archfiend of the Joss, for example. Obligatory audio check, cheapers. I really need to figure out like a routine to check that. My headset's been bugging out. Brutal. Turn 2 Annex is nasty. I don't have any answer for that, I don't think. My only option is just to counter their demons, so they just lose life, I guess, but eventually they just create the 5 mana demon here. I'd rather keep my Go for the Throat in hand in case I need to tap out to get like an Enduring Curiosity on board or something. I don't know if I'm supposed to kill that here or not. Man, this sucks. Like not having a response to Unholy Annex just feels like I instantly lose the game. I guess I'll get Mastermind here down and just kill this on my next turn and then at least start chipping some damage in here with Mastermind. Oh yeah, I guess that was... Okay, whatever. Oh, that's nice. What do I want to do here then? I guess I'm gonna just use Anoint here. Next turn I'll go into a Disdainful Stroke or Go for the Throat. I didn't really want to play flat Kaito there when they have the demon up, obviously. And flashing him in wouldn't do any better. I'd have to use his -2 ability on the demon. But they just draw so many cards. Like, our whole deck is supposed to be able to draw cards, right? Like, that's our thing. And they're just so much better at turn 2. That's nasty. I don't know if I've actually ever seen that pattern of play too often, where they've gone Llanowar Elves on turn 1 here. Interesting. This very Mastermind, though, is definitely helping us stay in the game. That's actually pretty huge. Okay. What do I want to do here? Oops. I could get Kaito in. He's kind of vulnerable, though. It doesn't seem great. But do I really want to just... go hit for 2, go into next turn with just to Go for the Throat? I think this is fine. I can use a Go for the Throat here on something. I'm going to draw another card with Mastermind, most likely. I'm surprised they haven't killed him yet, actually. It's at least turn 6 and they haven't killed him. Okay. I think I'm going to save this Go for the Throat. Interesting. Is Enduring Curiosity any good here? I think most likely I'm going to try to kill their cottage plus curiosity here if that's their play. Also, I haven't streamed in nearly a year. I keep seeing this thing over my Twitch screen. Plus program goal. Share your progress towards meeting plus program requirements. What's that all about? That's not like Twitch Prime stuff, is it? Plus program. Curious. Swing at everything. Oh, okay. They're keeping up 3 mana, actually. That's interesting. They're getting low here. I'm probably gonna have to chump block this Restless Cottage, though. I could go Kaito, tap their Dread Knight. I don't know. What am I doing with this Kaito? I might just want to draw with Mastermind, right? Because I'm probably going to need to find some removal here. Select the plus level. I'm so confused. What is this? Do I want to go down to 4 here? I could just chump block with this guy, I guess. That seems fine. Again, if they're spending their whole turn on Restless Cottage, it's getting them life. But they're not really pushing the pace on board. Oh, here we go. What's plus? The plus program. Okay, now we're going to draw 2 cards here. We're going to have Kaito potentially to deal with this Glissa. Negate. Ooh, wait. I think we can kill them here. If I swing with... Oh, no, they have the food token. Right. Okay. Well, I'll just swing in with Fairy Mastermind here. I think I do want to use my Kaito here.
Watch closely. The housewarming party has arrived.
Okay. We have double counterspell. I think I have to use my Kaito's negative ability here. We're just running too low on life. Although I'd prefer to draw to try to find removal for the cottage.
Control the fight. Control the outcome.
Oh, so plus points I essentially get from recurring subscriptions. Fascinating. I might have to negate a removal spell here if they're trying to kill my curiosity. Oh, interesting. What do I think about that? Do I let my Kaito go? They potentially go up to 5 here. I could find her. Oh, I could just chump block like this. Right? I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm going to chump block with my curiosity on the cottage. Because that's giving them life, and I don't really want to chump block the Dread Knight. Because they'll just keep drawing cards, which is fine for them at this point. I guess they would lose life. That's fine. Okay.
I need more intel.
We have a negate though if they or a disdainful stroke if they try to play like a demon here. I don't know what the plus program does for you guys though. As far as I can tell, the plus program means I get more money if I get subscribers and stuff. I'm not entirely sure. I will negate it if they use a removal here. Because it essentially guarantees me 2 extra card draws by keeping him alive. Jeepers, what's with all the lands? That's brutal. I guess we just swing in. I guess I scry first, right? Kaito. I think that's actually good here. Just tap their Dread Knight out. I've won so many games by using Kaito's -2 ability on the Archfiend of the Dross. Like literally, I've probably won 3 games over the past few days just by tapping him, and then all the oil counters are removed. I'm still so confused as to what the point of the plus points do. Oh, interesting. So now they have to have a removal for my fairy. Like right now. Fascinating. What a game. That was wild. Alright, back into platinum. I played like all night last night to get up to after I got from silver again. I had to go back up to gold 1. Nice. I'm so confused. I'm pretty sure. Sorry, I'm just musing about this Twitch stuff because I know nothing about it. Yeah, I think it just means I get more revenue per subscription if we hit these plus program goals. For my LOR viewers, have you looked at like the Mastering Runeterra team? They have that new TCG coming out next year. Chrono World? I was thinking about looking at that. I still get so sad looking at the LOR stuff. I don't know why like I have such a hesitancy almost to play it again. I guess it felt very significant to me, you know? And then now that it's like it feels almost futile to play the competitive ranked ladder and stuff, like there aren't really tournaments or anything going on. And like there's not that active community development of the meta quite as like in-depth or rigorous as before. I've been playing a ton of Destiny 2, which I might stream. I've been thinking about streaming other games besides just card games. I don't know. It's curious. I don't think I have like skills particularly in many other games. Back in my heyday, I was really good at Rocket League, but more so just for the fun of it. Like I was thinking an interesting one to do. And again, maybe I'm not even sure if I would upload it, but I might as well like stream it while I'm playing it. I just got the Halo Chief the Master Chief Collection, and I've only ever played Halo Reach. That was the only ever campaign I did for Halo. And so I was thinking about like streaming my working through the previous Halo campaigns. And then I have Halo Infinite. I've been playing a little bit of that campaign, but I probably only have like 10 hours in that. I'm not like finished with it or anything. But yeah, Destiny 2's been my jam the past few weeks. Bro, I have like the least gamer lifestyle ever. I'm usually like in bed by 8 o'clock, and like I won't sleep at 8 o'clock, but I'll like watch basketball or whatever. But then I'll wake up at like 5 a.m. and that's when other gamers are like just going to bed, you know? But last night I woke up at midnight and I couldn't sleep, and so I just chugged a bunch of caffeine and was up for like 10 hours. And I felt so gamery. I don't know what it was. It was very funny because I never do stuff like that. And I played like 4 hours of Destiny before time passed, and I felt really weird afterwards. Like, yeah. It's been a long time since I've binged a single game like that in a long time. It was very reminiscent of my younger days. I used to play like Madden or FIFA for hours and hours and hours on end. Or the original Star Wars Battlefront. That was a banger. I have no clue what character that is, or even if it's from the MTG world. It is that time of night when people are getting home too, so if the doggies go crazy, forgive me while I mute my mic. I'd like to stream Overwatch, but I'm so awful at it. You know, I actually streamed Overwatch before I ever streamed card games. It was back before Overwatch 2 even released. Like the final month before Overwatch 2 released, I streamed Overwatch every day. I think this is a really good card. I mean, that's not a hot take or anything, but you know. Okay. I think this is the first time all week I've played this Kaito. Oh, no. I played it once this morning. But it's definitely the first time I've done it on camera. I think I'm gonna just create a ninja here. Just start getting as many creatures on board for my curiosity. I don't really need to loot right now. I'm pretty happy with my hand. And
Don't worry.
obviously the blocking thing doesn't do anything significant at the moment. They could have like a Terra Sunder, but yeah, I'm perfectly happy with that.
I need a new plan.
I also could have played my Planeswalker there, but I'm pretty happy to get the curiosity down, because I'd rather go into turn 5, being able to flash in my Kaito for 3 and keeping up 2 mana for a counterspell. That's why I usually tend to play curiosity on turn 4. As well as it's hard for them to kill. Like, if I get it on board, they have to kill it twice, or, you know, maybe just they never even kill it as an enchantment. And so getting just a big body on board for them to deal with forces them to use resources, and then I can resolve Kaito pretty seamlessly. Kaito. I feel like I alternate between the pronunciations every single time. And it's the same way with my, back in LOR with, I never remember if it's Nyla or Neela. I feel like maybe it's Neela, but... Do I just slam Shouldered here? Or do I try to go like Bat plus removal? Because I don't think they're going to have any board wipe capable of stopping me. They're still so far away though from dying. Shouldered's really going to help accelerate the clock. But is that really important? Or do I just kind of need to limit their resources? I'm not sure what to do here. I guess this is something where I don't know if there is a right or wrong play necessarily. Like, they both have their strengths and weaknesses. Oh, yeah. I guess I totally didn't even... That was just a silly play. I did not even remember that they had a fish token there. What do they have that could scare me? I think an Anax is the only thing that could scare me. I don't have a counterspell though. So like, does a removal really do anything? I'd have to go like take their Anax, kill their threat, which is fine. I think I'm just gonna go Bat here plus removal, because the next turn I can play Shouldered and keep up removal again. Oh, jeepers. Okay, that's not a great hand. Well, this is not ideal for our opponent. We're just gonna be able to go for the Overlord here, and if they play the Virtue, there are no creatures in the graveyard. We're going to be drawing half our deck here. I should have played Shouldered, I guess. Obviously, I didn't know at the time that they had 3 lands in hand. Okay, now we have double counterspell and removal. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Although, I guess now that I actually have the counter spells, I'm not even going to keep them in my hand. Or keep them available. Huh. Well, this video is definitely going much smoother than yesterday's. Or not yesterday's, I guess it was 2 days ago. But you know what I mean. We've really been able to set up our early game into our late game power cards nearly every time. This is Golgari, so do I need to worry about the Monster Dread Knights again? They're playing like Beanstalk Ramp, so I don't think this is a mid-range deck, so I might cut an Anoint. Well the Anoint's actually good for the demons if they have Anax. I don't know if they do though, but I'm gonna keep it in hand, I think. What are they gonna do differently? They have Terra Sunder, so this guy looks kind of meh. Might pop in 2 Duress. Shoulder actually didn't seem bad. I might pop out 1 Anoint and the poor Kaito. Double Disdainful Stroke for sure. Oof, brutal draw. Again, just 1 more land would be worth it, but we could go early game and then just hope we draw something late. Honestly, I think the Go for the Throat might go here. I never, ever, ever put removal at the bottom, so why am I considering it here? I guess I'm just assuming they might go like Beanstalk into like Overlord ramp play, and so I don't really want this in my hand comparatively. Sure, I'll give this a try. I guess if they have their own turn 1 Duress. Ooh, okay. Anoint with Affliction or the End. I guess I'm gonna make them cast the 4 mana for this if they want to use it. Double Restless Cottage definitely makes me regret not keeping removal at all. Because now it's going to be kind of hard to keep our Kaito alive. I'm a big fan of a few of... I feel like this is a very polarized time in Magic Standard for me, thematically. I love the Eldraine, Ixalan, Bloomburrow Foundations. And then there are other ones like the Duskmourn and the Phyrexia sets that I find so grotesque that I really don't even like having their cards. Like, even in real life, I just got my first paper cards from Duskmourn this past week, and I was so hesitant. I was like, these are so creepy. I'm definitely a fan of the flowery little, like, bunnies and fairy tale sets. Like, even this is my kind of spooky little gingerbread house. I think I'm gonna pass on this. Dig deeper for removal. I also probably could have played Kaito there. Oopsies. Well, it's fine. Ooh, what if they miss a land drop here? If they miss a land drop here, I'll be able to resolve Sheldred for a little bit. Darn, okay. Now I can't play Sheldred because she just beats the end next turn. They have their own Sheldred, so what am I going to do? I think I'm going to actually just play Kaito and plus. Because now they have to use the end on Kaito, and then I get to stick my Sheldred.
This place needs more hospitality.
I really need to find my removal though. All these lane draws are a little brutal, to be honest. I don't know if Fairy Mastermind would have done anything different there. But they have double Overlord, a Sholdred, and Restless Cottage. And I'm starting to feel pretty silly about bottoming the Go for the Throat. What else should I have put on the bottom though? We had Duress, Mastermind, Kaito. Maybe Kaito's not very good in that situation. That's not gonna help. They're hurting us for 12 each turn now. I don't know, this one got out of hand. Maybe playing Kaito into the end there was not... I mean, it wasn't good. But we didn't have many options. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take Shouldered out and put in another removal. They're still playing a lot of cut downs. Is this a graveyard deck? They have Virtue of Persistence. At least they did in game 1. Or was that even a different match? Oh boy, I should have paid more attention to that. Okay, Restless Cottage needs to die. I definitely need to Anoint. I don't know if Cut Down looks good. I think I might take that out. I'm just a little curious how we're... Like, how do we get an advantage in this matchup? They have so much removal that we can't really set up our little flyers into card draw as easily. Ah, brutal. Double mulligan here obviously isn't going to be nice either. Kaito or Curiosity? They both have their weaknesses here. We know our opponent plays the end, but... Yeah, I'm gonna bottom Kaito. With this hand, we don't have any flyers to set up a turn 3 Kaito. And I'd rather be able to flash Curiosity in on their end step. But double removal is nice. That at least lets me try to buy some time. Like last game, we didn't have any removal, so we were instantly kind of at a loss to all of their threats. They had those double Overlords and the 2 cottages, and we just didn't have any answers unless I traded with my Sheoldred. I kept her around just because we were so far behind that I was hoping to find something else, but... Like, let's see. What do they play here that I'd be happy to kill, even? Maybe they have, like, their own bat or something? I'm not sure. I don't think they play bat, though. Beanstalk. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad to find something here, but obviously I would have liked to have a Fairy Mastermind on turn 2. Yeah. This does not look like a great hand for us. I don't think I can take anything here except the Anoint. If there was no Anoint there, I might take their Overlord. Oh goodness, double Demolition Field's gonna be brutal for them here. Wow, that really buys us some time. I'm gonna pass here with my Curiosity. I don't want to run it just into the Terror Sunder. I'm gonna probably wait for them this upcoming turn. They're probably gonna play something, and then I can resolve Curiosity for at least a turn. Have you guys found any off-meta decks lately? I was curious about playing a Naya Humans deck, and it was pretty similar to the Boros Convoke deck in the past. I put in a few extra cards I enjoyed, like the Wandering Rescuer, Halana and Elena. It didn't feel great, But I've never had success with the Convoke decks in Standard. Man, what am I doing here? I feel like I'm just playing this weird cat and mouse game that I'm not coming out on top of. I think right now I have so much removal. I'm just waiting for them to do something, and then I can flash my curiosity. My opponent thinks their demolition field's gonna work when I have no wild cards. Obviously, one thing that would really help our deck is if we had like Restless Reef. I really hope they play Restless Cottage here. Actually, do I care? I don't think I want them to do that. I just want to get my curiosity down, but they're not letting me. Eventually they'll play a card, right? Oh, they have cover up too. I forgot about that. Hmm. This is a huge swing. We really needed this draw. Because now even if they use a Terra Sunder, we still got 2 card draws out of our curiosity. When we really needed the juice, so. That's at least something to go off of. Because they can't use Deadly Cover Up unless they still want to go 2 cards to get rid of my curiosity. So they might just use a Terra Sunder. And like, they're not playing any of their creatures. They're gonna have to use this cover up though, before these guys pop. So I'm just not gonna commit to the board, I guess, if I don't have to. Until they use this cover up, because they're gonna have to use this in the next 2 turns. Or else they're gonna kill their own Overlord. Oh, like they even discarded a Glissa. Interesting. Obviously not having any counterspell here. Like no negate, no phantom interference. A little unfortunate, but... yeah, like any of our fairy masterminds. I feel like there's so many cards that would have really helped us here. Kind of play around their bizarre, slow game plan here. Because all this removal now is looking pretty bad. If we draw something off the top, like Kaito, maybe I guess another curiosity is a gamble. What am I looking for most? Definitely not that. I'm not gonna do it, I'm afraid. My dog's been barking for like 2 hours straight, and like usually he only barks when like someone's home, but he's been doing it like every few minutes. He'll just bark once, and it's like, come on, bro. Okay, I feel like this is concedable. I don't know how we ever win this. We're gonna have to kill their stuff one by one, run out of resources, and then as soon as we commit, they're gonna have so much removal left. So I'm pretty sure I can just concede this, but. And they have double cottage. Like, I don't think there's any way we ever win this. I'll stick around for one draw. But I don't feel like this removal is going to actually accomplish anything. I might take, like, I guess Fairy Mastermind plus Curiosity. That'd be a nice little combo here. Fairy Mastermind with their double Beanstalk might actually be enough to help us stay relevant in this game. I love this Kaito card. I'm a big fan of the original Kaito card from Yan Dynasty. The one from Foundations is okay, and the one from the March of the Machine or whatever it was is okay, but this one is really fun. It's been a really long time since I remember a Planeswalker being a creature as well that was like relevant in Standard. I think back when Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow came out, the Arlen card was relevant for like a little bit in the Gruul Werewolves deck. But other than that, I remember before I got into Magic, there was the one Gideon card. Isn't there the one Koth card, I guess, too? Interesting. I don't usually see them as like meta staples though, you know? There's no way our opponent's considering conceding here, right? Like, why are they taking so long here? I'm a little confused. Is there any way we just stall out until they mill themselves if they have double Beanstalk here? I don't think that's possible at this point. I was playing Kitchen Tabletop Magic the other day, and I was using the one Jace. I think it was Baby Jace from like the MTG Origins set. And I had flipped him, but I was so far behind on board. I was like, my only chance here is to use his minus ability to like mill out my opponent. I didn't get there, but I did get like half his deck milled out.
Now I know your weakness.
I can't imagine our opponent thinks this game's over with, right? I feel like I'm way behind them. This is so awkward. There's nothing going on in the game and my dogs are going crazy, so I'm sorry for the quiet for a minute here. Bro, we did not deserve that win. I don't know why my opponent... Maybe something happened in real life where they had to go, but I felt like we were way behind our opponent there. Stop it! This card? Do you guys think Reckoner Bankbuster would be good in this deck? I feel like it'd be an interesting option, but I don't know if it'd actually be good. Because you want, like, actual creatures that you don't have to crew every time, I guess. Stop it! Doggo completely just ripped out my headset cord. She was just excited to see family. Alright. I'm considering adjusting my sideboard to bring in that one black card that destroys enchantments. Because really, our deck has ways to deal with enchantments by means of duress and counterspell. But there's so many times when it resolves and it feels kind of brutal. I'm gonna take the gamble here. We have a draw step plus a map step. No, they're not gonna kill it, are they? Oh, that's brutal. Why would you do that? Okay, we might lose this game. It usually works out so well for me. Okay, well at least we have a play here. Nice. Okay, that's big. I think I'm gonna pass though. Deep Cavern Bat I don't usually find to be good in this matchup early on when they still have so many cards available. Our deck can function fine on 2 lands, actually. It's really not that bad. I feel like 2 mana and 4 mana is the big breaking point. Okay. This guy's going to be dealing 4 damage. This guy's going to be dealing 3, so I'm just going to go for the throw at the mouse right here. Okay, I'm just going to anoint him. And now I'm doing that because I just hope they don't have like a haste creature right here. Okay, perfect. Now I can go bat plus cut down. Oh no, I can't. So I think I'd just rather keep up removal here because they have 2 cards in hand that aren't lands and they didn't play anything. My bat would probably just die. Okay, nice. That extra swamp makes a big difference here. Now I can go bat and then keep up my removal or my mastermind for next turn. And if my bat eats a removal spell here, I think I'm okay with that. Yeah. That's 4 damage that's not going face. I think I'm okay with that. Ooh, do I take that? I don't think so. I think I'm happy if they like play creature and commit monstrous rage, right? Like I get a 2-for-1, so. Okay. This seems good. I don't think there's any way they kill us if I tap out here. Plus I'll have cut down ups if I hit a black source with my double draw here. Oh no, sorry. I don't know why I was thinking this thing, but you know what I mean. Okay. We're fine. We're in a good spot. I don't think there's any way they kill us on this one specific turn when we're tapped out with just like a haste creature plus rage. Yeah, that's not good for them. Like, that lightning strike and the burst lightning, that was 7 damage face that they used on my creatures. I don't know if it was necessary that entire time. Kaito, you're gone. Preacher and Slasher. I think Slasher has to go. Because Torch the Tower is really good against it. Whereas Preacher the Schism still lives against Torch the Tower. Cut down, duress. Get rid of the bat. Probably get rid of one Kaito. Maybe both. Just bring in a Gix's command. Negate. Is Tidebinder any good? I think it's okay. I just don't know if I want to cut anything else. Maybe one Curiosity gone here isn't the biggest deal. Curiosity is nice, like it can surprise my opponent as a blocker. But Tidebinder also does that while potentially countering something more important. Because we're not going to be able to, I guess, turn around the corner until we like can draw cards. Until we're already pretty far ahead in the game. Oh, that's miserable. I don't think we can keep that, unfortunately. This isn't bad, though. I'm probably gonna go turn 1 sewers. Turn 2 siren and duress. Do I want another go for the throat here? We would have double removal, counter spell. Yeah, I think that's good. If all they have is a Swift Spear on board for most of the game, I think we'll be pretty happy. I think I'm gonna still go Siren Duress here. This mouse doesn't do much if they don't play anything on top of him, like it's just 2 damage. I'd rather hit like a Monstrous Rage or something. Oh, that's brutal. Okay. Well, I'm definitely using a Go for Throat on those guys. I would love to get my Spyglass Siren able to chump block here. Yeah. I think I just hold it, Go for the Throat. I could commit, Go for the Throat now. I just don't think that does anything. Because they could just use the mouse. Yeah, okay, yeah, interesting. Because it's when he becomes the target, so it doesn't really accomplish much here. I will stop it from getting double strike though. That definitely saves us some life. Ugh, well that's really bad. Man, what happened? I thought we were kind of close there for a while. Is Gix's command just too expensive? I think it might be. I think it might be more important to like take their 2-drop rather than try to set up a big board wipe. Okay, I like that. That's a good hand. We have a late game Shieldred here, just as good as Gix would be, so that's pretty good. Brutal, man, again? That's difficult to deal with. Like if that hits a Monstrous Rage or something, I think we're pretty happy. But to completely whiff when these games are already so resource intensive, in like you have like a 4-turn span, you really need to get ahead. This Nemesis is a problem because Shieldred can't block it and live. I think I'm gonna trade my Mastermind here. Try to preserve life. Now I have Shieldred on board. I think we're gonna have a difficult time killing Shieldred unless I like explicitly just block the Nemesis here. Yeah. Am I better off just leaving this alone? I mean, it's technically only dealing 1 damage per turn. They had the Monstrous Rage or the Witch Stalker's Frenzy. Oh. Interesting. Oh, come on. That's not good. I have to block now. Like, if they have another Burst Lightning. Oh, goodness, okay. I think we've drawn 4 lanes in a row. That's definitely not gonna help us get over the edge. That makes things a little more difficult. I block here. I go to 2, then to 4. But now I'm dead the next turn unless I specifically draw Anoint with Affliction. If I do this, they could decide to deal the damage to me. Or just kill my Sheoldred. So that helps us get away for 1 more turn, I guess. What on earth is that draw? That's really frustrating. Did we just draw like 5 lanes in a row? Oh well. I thought a Sheoldred was going to keep us in there, but if we hit like any other actually useful card there, I think we would have been in a good spot. Can't end on that one though. Let's do one more. I don't mind playing against aggro. I find it pretty interesting to see like if your deck can withstand the really aggressive paced game. I almost enjoy playing against aggro more than I do against, at least with this deck specifically, more than I do against like that Golgari ramp deck we just saw a minute ago. I think that's just a carryover from my LOR days though, when aggro wasn't as like one-dimensional sometimes. Yeah, I'll keep this. Sure. I don't mind this line where we go like turn 2 bat, and then turn 3 we have Siren up. Or I guess we don't have a double blue yet, so maybe we don't. But I can at least go into turn... Ooh. Interesting. I haven't seen this deck yet. This kills most of our things. This I can at least play around. But it kills so many more things, right? I think I'll take this. They don't have any other active way to kill my bat if I just simply don't attack with him. I played that land too quick. I could have played Siren plus the map token. Oh. Okay. What are the odds of them hitting something important here? I think I'm just going to get in with my Kaito. Like, I don't think I need to keep up my counterspell next turn.
I learned something in every...
And this Kaito can't be hit by the Elspeth Smite, so that's pretty big.
I've got you beat 6 different ways.
And then again, our turn 5 here looks really good. We can double spell, or I mean, even go triple spell. Hold up these two on their next turn, or we can just slam down a Curiosity. I think we're already pretty set on board though, and with our hand. So if anything, I'm probably just gonna go bat plus hold up counterspell next turn. Okay. I could just take it. And they don't have anything to do next turn. Except for creating a copy of their land. Would I rather get Siren on board or use a map token? I don't know if there's a huge difference there. But getting the extra Siren is on board is nice if I do need to use the Curiosity soon. Get the extra card draw going. Okay. I don't think this cutdown is going to be important for anything else. So I'm just going to get it out of the way so it makes our Phantom Interference a little bit better. They can't block our Kaito, things like that. Alright, what are we looking for here? Cut you... I'll get rid of one Anoint here. I don't know if they're going to have anything valuable early game except Llanowar Elves. And if they happen to create any Caretaker's Talents, like any 1/1s, I don't really want to be dealing with that and like using my removal on that. Phantom Interference doesn't look great. I think I'd rather pop in the next Disdainful Stroke and a Duress. They're just going to be able to ramp into their mana pretty quickly, probably. Where all that extra mana is going to make it difficult to counter things. Another really good hand. I think I can go turn 1 Darkslick Shores to get my Siren on board. And then, because turn 2, I don't have any turn 2 plays anyways, that's when I'll scry. And then set up turn 3, I can get my Slasher on board. Yeah, I like that. That seems good if they draw Beanstalk. What I'm probably going to do here, though, is turn 3, get Slasher down, and then turn 4, try to keep up Fairy plus Disdainful Stroke. I'm running the risk, though, like this upcoming turn. If I tap out, they could play like a hardcast Overlord. But I think I'm going to run that risk because Unstoppable Slasher still impacts the board pretty significantly in that situation. Oh. I think I'm happy with that. So now I'm probably going to go into this next turn, hold up my double 2-drops here, and then the following turn I can go like Slasher or Kaito. Because I don't have anything meaningful going on board right now. The only way they could do something meaningful is casting a big spell, or even just like setting up a Beanstalk. And I also just don't want to run into the board wipe. Like a Sunfall or something. Oh. Well, that hurts. That's not nice at all. That really hurts. I had no clue they were running Cavern at that specific instant, obviously, so that was good for them. I think it's pretty telegraphed that I have a counter spell. They just don't know which counter spell it is. That's brutal for our game plan. That Overlord really shuts us down. Wow. That's really painful. I don't know if we win this now. I was really thinking if we were able to counter that like first Overlord of the Mistmores there, we'd be in a pretty good spot. But now they have 3 of them on board. Oh, I didn't realize. I was distracted. I was distracted. I obviously could have played the extra fairy there. I think we're way too far behind anyways, so probably gonna scoop this one up. I don't think there's any way out of this. Man, that cavern was a big blowout. That was a nice play. Okay, let's see here. I'm tempted to bring in the extra Anoint the Afflictions here now, because getting rid of the elves early on would be really nice. And there might be an opportunity down the line where we need to kill a token anyway. Unstoppable Slasher, what do I think of this? We haven't seen Sunfall yet, so it might still be good. But like Elspeth's Smite walks into it, we walk into that. I kind of need some creatures though to put pressure on. Okay, I might pop out a negate and maybe Curiosity. No, I don't think I want to go so hard into the... I'm going to cut a land though. How much? We were in 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, yeah, I think we can cut a land. I think I have too many lands in here anyways. When I made the deck, I think I put in one too many, so let's see what we can do here. I would like to interrupt their elf early on, because them sticking the Overlord early on definitely helped them win that game. Right as I kick a land out, we get the 1 land hand, of course. Okay. I'm gonna put 1 stroke down. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy with my hand. I'd love a turn 3 play. I don't know if we're in a great spot here to pass on turn 3, because it won't be their turn 4, right? So our Disdainful Stroke won't be effective yet. And like if they play an elf here, I'm probably just gonna kill the elf. I don't want them getting the Overlord of the Mistmores down there. Or I guess this counters Overlord. Not Mistmores, the grass one. This is still fine. They get this Beanstalk down. The next time they activate, I can get my Mastermind down, so I'm still okay with that. I do have a backup fairy if I try to kill this. I do have to be careful with Sunfall now. We have Disdainful Stroke for that though. So I'm going to try to get pretty aggressive here. And then like if next turn they play Sunfall, Like, let's see. If they use an Elspeth Smite here, okay. That tells me they probably have Sunfall coming. They would have used an Elspeth Smite if they had it. Oh. Well. Three mana too, so our Disdainful Stroke can't even stop that. If they throw out an Overlord here, this is really good for us. We get triple card draw, or no, double card draw, I guess. And we stop them from getting those little creatures. That's huge. This is another interesting one. Do I want to throw out Slasher? I don't think so. Actually, yes, I do. If they play Overlord here to get the 2/1 tokens, my Slasher will look pretty good. Or they're going to have to use a Terror Sunder for 4 mana to get rid of him. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Again, we get 2 card draws, and they only get the tokens. Ooh, that's nice. That's even better. I think that locks it up then. Nice. Good game. All right. That was a pretty productive little stream, I thought. Obviously this deck's pretty solid, but I also just think it's really fun. I haven't seen too many other meta decks that have caught my eye that look like incredibly fun to play, but I think there are a lot of, like, there's a variety of decks you can play. So I'll see. I'll mess around. This is the other deck I'm considering playing. It's Boros aggro, but it's technically actually Naya humans, pretty much. I'm messing around with a little bit of a build here. Sanguine Evangelist and Kutzel's Flanker are a little bit not so great. I might cut those. I have 1 copy of Helena and Elena. This card sucks. I love it, but it's really bad because it just dies to cut down and Elspeth Smite and Torch the Tower. I'm also running the Wandering Rescuer. This is the whole reason I wanted to play this deck. I didn't even realize this was a card until my cousin came up to visit this weekend. He was telling me about it because he loves the Duskmourn set. And I was like, oh yeah, the Wandering Emperor is my favorite card. And he's like, oh yeah, they turn it into a creature. And I'm like, what? I literally had no clue because I just didn't pay any attention when Duskmourn came out. And I was really curious about fitting this into a deck. So I might play something like this. I might mess around with a few different builds. I think one thing might even just be throwing Peacekeeper in the main deck instead of like the Evangelist. Because obviously this is mostly a humans deck. I don't know if we have any actual humans synergy. Except that like everything is a human pretty much. I do like Kutzel's Flanker as like one of, but I'll mess around with this. I'll see if I can get it to work. I just haven't had much success with it. I feel like if you're going to do this, you probably just want to go into the full-on either Jeskai Convoke or just the straight up like Boros burn tokens or whatever it is, rather than messing around with some of these other cards. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know when this gets uploaded. I usually don't stream this late at night, so maybe it's not going to be uploaded until later tonight. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.